Good afternoon, welcome to the channel. Today we are in beautiful, sunny Southern Oregon, just outside of Klamath Falls. Today we're working on our other Orchid Gray 1960 Starliner. This one is a 352 two-barrel X-Code. We brought some wheels and tires down from Washington State with us that we're going to bolt on. A match set. It's not something that's ever going to be driven on, it's something to hold it up. But it does need some wheel studs. We've got this one off already. Some of these wheel studs haven't had lug nuts in many years, so I think I do have a couple extra studs in the truck that we can bolt on here. So now there's some older tires that are past date code, but there's some Cooper Cobras, so they'll look good sitting here until which time we get this car able to be driven. So at any rate, we've got her jacked up already. Now it's just time to get to work. So I don't know, I thought maybe they'd have to be replaced, but those studs could be chaseable if we had a 1/2 inch by 20 die. I'll see if my dad's got one. Brakes don't look bad actually. I'm sure these wheel cylinders are long corroded, but no leakage out of them. Got the Ford 9-inch in there. I'm seeing a lack of shocks. Put that on the list. So we haven't shown a whole lot of this car on the channel. See, it does have the cylinder here. Is a power steering car. So we got them all cleaned up?
Yep.
All right. Let's put a wheel and tire on here. Let's see. They're gonna fit in there.
This one's sinking into the earth.
Can we go higher? Just enough to get it up on there. That'll do it. All right, drop her down. Yeah. There she is. With some 60 series meats on her now.
She's ready to cruise.
I'm pretty sure she'd run a lap at Talladega like this. I mean, if the tires weren't 13 years old. Other than that, I'd send it. So 2 of my rollers that I brought, these wheels are pretty rusty on the beads too, so 2 of these rollers that I brought actually went flat in the last month. So first of all, we'll see if we can get this back one to take air so we can get this side up in the air. I don't know. I think this Goodyear's got a couple miles left in it.
Yeah, I think some armor will clean up those sidewalls.
Oh, I didn't set it. Forgot I turned it off. So I gotta go back to... Got a tube in it, so I think it'll take air as long as the tube's not rotten. It's coming up. Now, I don't think we're gonna save that one stud. Like a phoenix, rising from the ashes. That's definitely a recap. Traction recap. That baby was probably studdable. This one's actually tubeless, and I think this one actually does have studs in it. This one is studdable, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to drive this car today because studs aren't legal right now.
Okay, well that's a bit of a disappointment.
I know. Oh, I just hit the wrong button. I turned it off. Now I gotta do this again. Idiot. NASCAR pit crew style. She's in. Come on, TV, it's like 2 pumps and the car's in the air.
Okay, Jackie, they've lapped us. Sell that.
Yeah, I'll put that in the used rack at work. Good old recap. Hasn't been studded. Spidey action. So we're just using a 1/2 inch by 20 thread die here to clean up these rusty studs here.
So that's the base we need.
Yep, like I say, should be a 610-109 on the Dorman number. And I had some in the truck, but I guess I took them out because I'm not in it now. Gotta say, look at that though. Shoes go in the correct direction. Primary shoe on the front, secondary shoe on the rear. I like it. That's like 2 cars in a row. Must be living right.
They had a little more sense.
Looks like you got a varmint hole right there.
Yeah, look at all over right there.
Yeah. Looks like you got an apartment complex. Off with the studded tire. Why they put dinky little brakes on these things back then?
Yeah, for the size of the car.
Yeah. In there you can see the power steering control unit there. See a piece of that blue valve cover in there? Oh good, we did put spark plugs back in the motor, didn't we? Alright, so we do want to clean this one up. Get
You got
3
the
nuts on it?
chaser?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can,
Okay.
we'll get at least 3 on it, which we feel would be safe to.
Oh, huh. I didn't notice that. I'm like, this thing's moving like I'm compressing the suspension. You see
No
in there?
spring?
There's no coil spring. There's a piece of wood stuck right there.
The old street racer trick.
Was that wood is lighter than steel, or? Just noticed that the suspension was like compressing when I was moving, and I happened to look in there. There's no coil spring. There is just a piece of wood.
I didn't know that rock chucks ate coil springs.
Yeah. Well, they were nice enough to replace it with a chunk of wood.
We borrowed from my cousin.
The wood chuck. Let me take a look. Quick on the other side. Does it not have a spring in this side either? I didn't even notice. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's got wood over here too.
No spring.
No spring.
We broke it.
All right. All right, that. Well, I got springs. All right. Let's drop her down. We're probably a few laps down now, but
So we got our tire issue solved.
yep. That's why it looks so low in the front. So she does have a low stance, but like I say, she's got no springs. That answers that. Fender's obviously off another car. Got a little bit of dent in the door there, but not bad. That's fixable. A little lube on the hinges maybe. But all in all, I mean, the floors in this car are pretty good. Interior is roached. Headliner, salvageable. Let's see if there's anything in the... oh, it does have the power brake. Brake pedal cover. Let's see if there's... nope, nothing in the ashtray. Say no keys in this car. The ignition switch was... there's not even an ignition switch in it. There's just a bunch of wires hanging down, so that'll be something we're gonna deal with. Oh, maybe we can't get in the glove box. Darn it. I can definitely tell you there's a mouse nest in there. But get this. That's a good... it's still a good washer for the window crank right there. All in all, she's got some bumps and bruises, but she is a Starliner. So she's worth bringing back. Putting on the road again. Definitely gonna need a... I mean, look at that door. That thing just closed solid. Now. Oh yeah, look at that. Need to source a window. The windshield does have a crack in it. I mean, it's actually pretty good, except for that spot right there. I do have the... I do have an S for this. That was not cheap for a used one. Alright, little side venture here down in Reno, Nevada for some work meetings. And we're on our way home today, but decided we'd stop by the National Automobile Museum. It's been about 8 years since I've been here, so if there's any full-size Fords in here, I'll definitely try to catch that. If the last time I was here, they had a Tucker, so I'm hoping that's still here. Beautiful Lincoln, Duesenberg. And a 1937 Cord. Look how ahead of its time that car was. Front wheel drive. '38 Packard. '38 Cadillac. Really, really cool 56 Lincoln Continental here. This was purchased new by Bill Hara. There's a Continental Mark II. We swapped the original engine for a Chrysler Hemi with dual 4-barrel carburetors. Apparently the original Y-block just wasn't enough. 1948 Lincoln Continental with a 292 cubic inch V12. Ed Big Daddy Roth's Beatnik Bandit from 1961. (1958) Edsel Citation 4-door hardtop. This has got the 410 cubic inch MEL engine. Can't get a look on the inside, but this is a most likely a teletouch car. Quite a beautiful car, though. Missing the E out of the hood ornament, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were always... This is the 1949 Mercury that James Dean drove in Rebel Without a Cause. Sitting right next to Herbie, the love bug. It's not very often you get to see one of these. It's a 1948 Tucker. If you've seen the movie Tucker, A Man in His Dream. If you haven't, I highly recommend watching it. Preston Tucker was a man ahead of his time. This third center headlight actually rotated and pointed the direction you were turning. Notice in 1948, most cars still had running boards. Rear engine car. He's basically a flat 6 taken from a helicopter. Here's the engine. Here we've got Starsky and Hutch. Definitely a big bumper car. And the old Blues Brothers. '74 Dodge Monaco. '62 Lincoln Continental. This car was actually assigned to John F. Kennedy. This is the car that he apparently used while he was in Florida. So I believe that is a 1957 Ford retractable Skyliner. Right with the Ghostbusters Cadillac. This is in the area of places where they're actually working on stuff. This would be a cool job to have, huh? So, really cool tour of the Automobile Museum. Tried to show you a little bit of it. Wasn't a lot of full-size Ford stuff in there, although we did see a sweet 58 Edsel, a couple Lincolns, but some other cool stuff to look at. So, on the road back to Klamath Falls, Oregon now. When people say the word California, nobody expects this. But Northern California, rest of the eastern side, is absolutely beautiful. Alright, so that's kind of just a quick update on the other Starliner, the other Orchid Gray Starliner that we have. We did get some new rubber on it. My dad did have to run the, I think he ran the left sides down to the tire store and had tubes put in them because these ones, the wheels were so rusted on the beads they wouldn't hold air. So anyway, one of these days we'll get some time down here in Southern Oregon to see if we can get this thing to fire up and see if it'll actually run and drive. Get some brakes on it, of course. Anyway, like I say, kind of out of town for business this week, so just a short little video. Hope you enjoyed the museum in Reno. That was a really cool tour. If you're in the Reno area, highly recommend it. The National Automobile Museum. Anytime a museum has a 48 Tucker, it's worth the price of admission to go see it. That car is a very rare piece of history. Also watch the movie Tucker, A Man in His Dream. Excellent film. So we are going to be back on the road to Washington today. Make sure you like, subscribe. We got more stuff coming on the other Starliner back home. And then one of these trips we'll get this 65 Galaxie 500 LTD running too. And still don't know the fate of the Montclair. Again, it's a 4-door hardtop. It is a 410 car, which the motor's probably going to go on something else. But do we just punt it, or do we throw a 390 in it and just cruise it? The wife seems to be kind of open to that idea, so I don't know. other than the interior being a little baked and the rot in this rear quarter panel right here, the car is actually really solid. It's kind of a cool two-tone car. So anyway, if you think we should throw a motor on it and add it and put it back on the road, let me know in the comments below. Again, until then, we'll see you on the next video, and keep those big Fords rolling.